All right, we will start here in a moment, post into some social media. Welcome in, everybody. All right. Good to go. All right, let's start the show.
Who the heck is Pep Talks?
I'm not gay, but I fantasize about Marco Rubio. Pep Talks. Pep Talks. Pep Talks. Let's eradicate the Kung Flu. I'm literally coming. Pep Talks. Pep Talks.
Who the heck is Pep Talk?
They want our women. They want our children.
Pep Talk.
Sometimes no means yes. Grab them by the pep talk. Grab them by the Marco Rubio. Obama is a racist.
Pep Talk.
I'm literally coming. I'm
Pep
literally coming.
Pep Talks.
We found weapons of mass
Pep talks.
destruction. My fellow Americans, it has been confirmed today from Pep Talks that we are indeed all high on politics.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to a new edition of High on Politics. I'm your host, Pep. It's good to see you guys. Hope you are all doing well. Took a day off yesterday. It was it was a good one. Ended up having a D&D night last night. And like any D&D campaign, if it's going well, it goes very late. So, it was awesome. But welcome in, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. Philip Blair, what's up? How you doing? Smooth Bandito, how's it going? Thank you for chilling over in the, what is my main? Right now, I am a Orc Barbarian. But my main is actually, I like to multi-class as a Rogue Ranger. Lots of Hunter's Mark. And, Yeah. I like to stay on the edge of combat. Oh, geez. Thank you, Ghost Train, for the very kind $50 donation to kick things off.
$50.
Holy
You
cow.
want Pep Talks. Red
Thank
heart
you.
emoji.
I really appreciate that. You made a paladin? Nice. You know what? I need to play with more paladins because, just actually this campaign, ironically, we're playing Daggerheart, so it's like it's like a fawn, I don't know, it's like a deerkin kind of thing. I don't know. But we finally have a healer. Essentially playing a white mage, and then Uni is playing a goth Tinkerbell that can summon really creepy angels. So yeah, that was fun. And man, did my character get hit in the head a lot by Uni's character, because I'm playing a very dumb orc prince who he got off like way too easy in life, because he's beautiful especially by orcish standards. So yeah, he thinks he does everything, he doesn't think. So we ran into a situation where we were in like a haunted house, and I just kept touching things that I should not have touched. Like we had this evil armor awaken, and you'd think I learned after the first one. Nope. Went upstairs, found a new armor. It was a much cooler armor. That one came alive too. The bitch of it is, they exploded. So, I didn't get either armor, and I had my whole party that was really pissed off at me. Dude, even the DM looked at me, he's just like, are you really you're touching the armor? I'm like, yeah. He's just like, okay. I had to stay in character, though. Why not? Yeah, I mean, come on. It's partially on my party. I established that I was a very dumb character, so it's like, guys, you need to keep me from it, from myself here. Like, come on. So that was it was very fun, but like I said, it went very late. You made a swashbuckler, half elf, half devil. That's cool. The orc is essentially, yeah. Oh my god, I am like Dee Dee from Dexter's Lab. I just realized that, because everything I touched just went to shit. Quite literally. Well, except for, yeah, the literal shit part, but everything I touched literally turned into either like a enemy or it was just oh, hey, you just rolled into a trap. So, sounds like an amazing character. He's awesome. His name is Jork the Orc. Come on. Like, come on. And he spells orc with a K, even though, come on. It sounds cooler with a K. And his nickname is actually Jork the Dreamweaver. So anytime that I'm in combat and I actually make a kill, the song Dreamweaver plays, and there's like sparkles, and yes, it's something to behold. I got a theme song and picture of my character. Oh, nice. Yeah, as I said, Jork, I mean, that's what I love. Jork actually has like he has his own theme song, which, yeah, I mean, come on. And that was funny because Uni was just like, oh, so wait, if I'm a goth Tinkerbell, it should be like Evanescence, like Bring Me to Life or something. I was just like, that's good, that's good. Yeah, but Uni pulling out one of like the coolest moves where she summoned 2 angels during combat, and yeah, I don't know. It was pretty cool. It was also kind of creepy, not gonna lie. They weren't like your average angels. Forever goes down in history as the dumbest, most self-destructive character in your D&D group. That's probably what's gonna happen. Yeah. No, I mean, he really is dumb. And like I said, I hope that they understand that this is. I was playing this character very specifically because, come on, he's also a barbarian. This is the first time I've ever played a barbarian. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I don't know what I was doing. I should have done that a lot sooner. Barbarians rule. OMG potholes, I can't feel anything. Ah, no. Yeah, careful. Also, yeah, just careful with trainees, man. I love characters like that. Oh yeah, no, I definitely bring the levity to the party. That's for sure. Here, give me 1 second. I just realized that I never turned this on. Is that gonna work? Shoot. Hold, please. I need to reset something on stream because I didn't realize I never turned this on. And if I don't turn this on, then I can't see your chats. That's not good. There we go. Hermit. Oh, look at that. First one I see. Hermit, how you doing? Good to see you, man. Thank you for being over on Twitch. Also, actually, for real, thank you for being over on Twitch because I needed someone to test that, so you beat me to it. All right, there we go. And now it's only Twitch. Crap. All right, I was worried this was going to happen. All right, if I miss any of your comments on either YouTube, apologies. I'm going to try and get this cleared up as soon as possible. It's funny. I was watching something else and this song popped up and I was just like, hey, that's from my stream. But I'm like, that's also open source music. I hope this doesn't become permanent. No, it won't be. You'll be fine. Finishing up Cyberpunk. Nice. Wait, Phantom Liberty. Wait, is that like a different game? Sorry. I just kind of like... I never even played Cyberpunk. I'd like to. I think I'm going to at some point. I don't know. I know it's cheap as shit right now, so... Oh, it's the DLC. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Oh, that's what happened. Okay, hold on. Everything... That's why my OBS is all... janky, and also the tip goal. I think that's what did it. Because I tried to change that before stream. This is what I get for trying to do things right. Come on. Okay, let's do this. All right. Woohoo! I win. F you, OBS. I win this round. Blame Lee. Well, actually, Lito got kicked out of the room already, guys. He ain't gonna be down here today. Oh, but we do have Stan. I don't know what I'm doing here. Oh, look at the liquid Stan. Let's fix that. Scooch over just for him. Well, there you go. Yeah, no. All right, everything is working ish. I'm still not getting YouTube number 2. Crap. Oh, no. I'm not getting YouTube number 1 now. Oh, come on. Ah, hold on. Come on, come on, come on. All right. Like I said, guys, if I miss your chats, I apologize. Stan, why? Okay, I hate this translate thing. The fact that it auto-translate is very, very silly. Hail Stan. Yes, hail to Stan. He is so cute. Yeah, he had he had himself a nice little nervous night. Man, because he wants to be part of the action and stuff. So whenever we get excitable playing D&D, he gets a little a little goofy. Oh, hey, Axolodian. How's it going? Welcome to the show. Everyone take a shot when Pep has a tech issue. Oh, you guys would be obliterated. I'm actually kind of surprised that this week it's been kind of low on the tech issues. Today's kind of making up for some stuff. Cause yeah, yeah, man, I don't have an entire chat right now. Ah, crap. Oh, come on, OBS. Why do you do this? Sorry. That's what I do anytime I have a car problem where I'm just like, why do you do this? Oh my god. Freaking can't ever work. Very self-pitying, you know? It's not a great look. What more do you need? I know. Well, it's in OBS. Oh, Jesus. Fucking Ghost Train.
At Ghost Train
D&D fun too. Well, thank you.
Love Pep Talks D&D
again,
fun
for the
too.
very kind $50 donation, taking us right to wow. That was quick. Oh, come on. It's doing it again. This is why I didn't want to fuck with it. There you go. You didn't break it. We're good. It wouldn't have been your fault anyway. Just wanted to make sure you knew. Oh, hey, look. Actually, I think you might have fixed chat. Cool. You're having some beer. Can't sleep anyway. Nice. Really? Well, nice for the beer. Not nice for the lack of sleep. But yeah, whenever I drink brews, I do fall asleep. What's your brew of choice? I actually never asked you yours, dude. Because I know that we were talking about that a little bit. Also, is it Indian Pale Ale? Sorry, I had to. There's a bunch of people that are like, why did he think that was funny? It's like, because Nachiket's from India. Whatever, I'm in a silly mood. It was all that, you know, that time in the fantasy realm yesterday, which, goddamn, I needed that. Can I just say, how it was like a small vacation to just... Yeah, not stream for a night and just not even really think about politics, even though I did kind of, I did stream. Duh, I was on the panel show. Oh, wait a minute, I was on the panel show. I need to talk about that. It's nothing bad. It's nothing bad. Your boy didn't fuck up. No, if anything, actually, it was kind of cool. Ben Dixon came on. And I got to finally have a conversation that I've been wanting to have for a while. Rebecca, Whoa, good day. Uni, your crew's here. You guys, you corrupted my wife. She's starting to like slowly speak with an Australian accent. It started with the upspeak, and I was just like, oh no, and then oh yeah. I thought it was just Midwestern, a little bit of that Midwestern twang. Nope. She's slowly turning into a little koala. And now Rebecca's just like, hey, we're not all koalas. Just some of us. So far this month, nice. Congratulations. You've been doing something correct. Hell yeah, fuck. You're making more than I ever did over there. I'm lucky if I break like $70. Congratulations. You're Aussie babes. Yeah, as I said though, you corrupted my wife. It's going well. Went grocery shopping. Now my fridge is stocked. Feels good, but boy was it expensive. Yeah, it is very expensive, but man, it's also nice when you you have something in the house. Cause like, let's see. I can admit this. Last week, I had nothing in my fridge at all. Yeah, last week was the week where I was just like, fuck it. I'm going to be going to some either fast food establishments, but it was all couponing. Couponing rewards, because that's one thing that like I never feel guilty about is when I got rewards that are about to expire and it's like free meal stuff. It's like, nope, gotta do that. It's like, come on now. You ever done that where you're hungry, but it's like vaguely hungry? And then you're looking through your apps, you're like, which one has the freebie? Oh, well, I guess I'm having, something. It's like something completely random. It's happened to me before where I'm just like, and it's something that you're like, I didn't really want that, but a reward's a reward. Same with coupons. Dude. I'm good with that shit though. Like, that's not just the sign of the times, by the way. That's not just the economy. I'm gonna just say, like, my mom taught me how to coupon, pretty well. Now, do I always practice it? Not always. I'm not always the best with it, but hey, you know what? Let's see. Do they have... Yeah, hold on. Sorry, I probably should have asked this out loud. Do they still have those, there's like these coupon books. They used to send them... Oh, God, what the fuck were they called? You guys remember these things? Like, they used to come with the, like, Sunday paper. Like, they were, like, these really thick, like... and, like, some of them would even be stickers. And I don't know, man. Like, my grandma used to, like, live by those things. My grandmother was very frugal. But then I learned, like, after she died, that she was, like, super rich, and I had no idea. She lived in a little ranch house, had a pretty modest car. But yeah. When the family started fighting over her estate, oh boy, did I found out pretty quickly. I was just like, wait, shit, how much? Oh, what? My grandma hated hoity-toity rich people, though. She would always rip on them so much. It was really, really funny. I told her, one of my favorite things I've ever seen my grandma do, I don't really want to go into what my family's business was, but my grandmother, at one point, we had an interaction with Walter Payton, and he had a pretty... like, he knew my grandmother by, like, first name. So, at one point, he's just like, come on. You know, you like, it's like, come on, you can help out. And she just looks him dead in the eyes. She's just like, Walter, with all due respect, go fuck yourself. It's the first. Oh, man. That story was like my family is just like, oh yeah, that was a legendary day. But that's the type of woman she was. She did, like, celebrity did not impress her at all, ever. Yeah, she didn't care what you did. She didn't care how much money you had. If you treated her with respect, she would treat you with respect. And that's kind of like how she taught me how to live, where she was just like, never respect somebody just because of their position in life. Respect them because of the person they are. I was just, and like how they, carry themselves when, you're interacting with them. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like it definitely made it easier for me not to be like the judge a book by its cover type. I would always kind of give like, a little time. Kingsley, what's up? Welcome in. Let's see. Bryant, I'm sorry I missed you. See, okay, guys. If you're just joining us, I'm having chat issues. One of my chats is just not connecting today. So, or to my OBS specifically. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to put this here. And just hope this works. Nope, that's not going to work. Damn it. Yep. No, this is just a tech issue, so I'm going to have to be looking off screen, which, whatever. Common courtesy, respect. Respect is earned. Yep. I had one rich grandma, one nice one. I had... Again, I didn't know my grandma was rich. Like, I should have had an idea, because she, like, never gave me a bad Christmas present, ever. She was very generous with that. She spoiled the crap out of me. I was a grandma's boy, for sure. And yeah. I should have had an idea, but... My grandma taught me some of the most valuable life lessons I've ever gotten. Because, like, there's something about it. Like, I feel like grandparents, they can teach you things that your parents just never could, because they do kind of see it differently, and they know your parents as, like, the kid, right? So they kind of know, like, the blind spots. And, I hate to say it, like, she nailed it when it came to, the blind spots that my parents had. Like, she really did. Because, yeah, she made sure that, like, I never got walked on, like, and not to put myself in positions of getting walked on. She's just like, there are, like, boundaries in life. She's like, and she even said, she's like, you don't have to lose, being nice. And she even, one of her the biggest thing that she and my dad was big on this too, was integrity. You have to have integrity, and you have to, like, live, like, by what your word. And if you say you're going to be somewhere, you show up. If you say you're going to do something, you do it. You don't just, don't blow smoke up people's ass, especially if they're relying on you. Like, that's, I think it's because, like, they raised me that way that I see that as, like, the biggest sin, where it's just like, no. Gillis was never a Trump supporter. He never should have moved to Austin. Yeah, I know. Whatever. It's a little bit of a clickbaity title. Anytime, listen, guys, I'm going to just admit this. If you guys ever have any issue with my titling, just know it's mostly clickbaity bullshit that it's to tag the algorithm. Do you know how much, this sucks, because once I don't have Trump in the title, for some reason, YouTube's just like, oh, well, we want you to talk about Trump because that's controversial, and controversy sells. Oh, new TOS, guys. Oh, fuck. I forgot. I gotta go through that, too. Okay. So, yeah, there's no new TOS. There's new pricing on YouTube. There's new ways that they're doing things. So, what's happening is, if you live in certain regions, you might see that the price for, like, memberships and things like that have either gone up or down. I tried to set it as best I could. I didn't do the conversion rate at all. It's actually, like, I tried to make things cheaper. So hopefully that works out, but YouTube also, they adjusted their percentages. So I really don't have much control of that. But you know what? That's YouTube. But on the TOS side, we have to really watch out for the Fed posting, a lot more. Reporting like, we did a really good job, by the way. When we had the threat this week, we handled that almost by the book. So shout out to everybody that helped in that situation, because that was wild. Let's see. Anything else? Because there was a few things in the TOS. Like, I don't want to just, like, read it, because I also don't, like, it could get me in trouble. I don't want to do that. I do not want to get in trouble. Okay? That's my biggest thing that I'm trying to avoid right now. And that's why I sat down and read it as closely as I could. But then, you know what really sucked? Okay, I'll say this much. So, they sent me this new TOS page, right? And it's like long as shit. I just kept scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. I'm like, holy crap, this is long. I got to the bottom, right? And it's just like, confirm. I hit confirm. It goes to another one, totally different for a different thing, like for a different side of things, just as long. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Dude, I sat there for like 2 or 3 hours just going through the new TOS. So, yeah. And you know what sucks? Not a lot changed. Like, not enough for me to sit there, because like a lot of it was me going, okay, yeah, right, oh yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory, oh, that is new. Like, so anytime I like got to the new stuff, I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna sit here and read this one a little bit closer. But yeah, the Fed posting stuff is the big thing. Like, just make sure that you guys report that as what it is, and just, we gotta get to it like quickly. Bandit also, what's up, dude? Good to see you. I'm talking about the new TOS mode stuff over on YouTube, which I know that you guys are getting a side of this too. Like, there's a consumer TOS update. So, yeah, you know what? I recommend reading it, guys. There's some changes coming to YouTube, which, some of them are for the better. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was kind of impressed that they are listening to us. It seems, I could say this much. It looks like the AI is getting calmed down a little bit. They've realized that it's this is speculation on my part. But I feel like they realize it's costing them more to implement this than it is just to have people handling this, because it makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. You got this, Mr. Harry Potter. Thank you for the kind words. Look at that. Positivity on the internet. Well, you're not that random. You've been here before, but a newer person. Yeah, you know what? You can tell how I react to certain people online, where it's just like, oh wow, another troll, woohoo. I've said it and I mean it. Anytime I get like a compliment, I'm just like, hey, good vibes, all right. It's when chatters intentionally post. Oh yeah, okay, so yeah, it's when because they could literally make it like left-wing coded, where they'll just be like, yeah, Natch, I just saw that you got to it. Rebecca, it's when chatters intentionally post something that will get police's attention. Yeah, and it's stuff that's usually like, they'll be like, oh, us commies need to, like, I don't even want to make an example. But yeah. Huh? Wait a minute. Set me free. What the hell are you talking about? Oh, Rogan. Shame on the old effer. Oh, okay, so yeah, Axolotl, or Axolotlian, there we go. Penis. That's what it says. It says penis. I don't know what you're trying to say here. What? Is that like tennis? Just penis? Not funny. But kind of funny. I don't know. I'm in that mood today where I'm just like, I'm just gonna try everything today. So Fed posting is essentially just, essentially making calls for violence or any of that kind of stuff. And just be like, it's just, It's BS. Nice hair, dude. Thank you. Appreciate that. Hey, well, look at that. I'm getting compliments like right out the gate today. Oh, feeling good. All right. Rad. No, for real. I'm joking a little bit, but that actually, hey, you know what? I appreciate the positive vibes. We need more of that. Goddamn, do we need more of that? Dieter, what's up? I ain't doing shit if you want me to join you. Oh, shit. Yeah. Give me a little minute here just to kind of talk some business, and then I'll bring in the McBusiness. Oh, shit. That's right. I'm not on stream here. I can prep this, though. Give me a second. Oh, god damn it. Hey, whatever I just did actually fixed my chat. Woo! Dude, I just screwed something up entirely, and my chat's back. Well, that's cool. Hey, you know, hey, one problem fixed, one problem, and then another problem arises. I don't know what that's about, but Pep is making my level of puns. Dude, they're not good. Today is one of those days that, like, if I had a show booked, I'd be like, oh boy, I need to go and do some something like the, you know, story material that's like pretty much pre-planned, you know. Don't do any of the improv and no crowd work. It's like just get through your 15 minutes, assuming I'd even get that much. But you're proud. All right. All right, I feel better, Natch. Thank you for that. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, Axolotlian, it's something you just need to watch out for. And I do know that, like I said, I sat there and read that TOS for about, 3 hours. It fucking sucked. To the point where my back started hurting, where I was just like, okay, I need to get up. And then I was like, oh my god. Spent way too much time doing that. I did actually take screenshots of the ones that matter like the most, though. There's here, speaking of, let's take a look. There's one more that I'm missing here, because that was the main one that I wanted to get to, because Fed posting, they mentioned it. It's weird to see it in quotations in, like, legal form, too. We're just like, huh, it may be called Fed posting. Oh, new accounts. Okay, so, yeah, apparently there's a thing with new accounts where if you guys, so this goes specifically for mods, but if you guys are also arguing with somebody online, you can do this too. So you've always been able to check like the age of their accounts, but now if it's a new account, there's going to be a new way to report that. So, yeah, look out for that. You're literally the only person I know who reads TOS. I don't want to get in... dude, am I the only person that ever signed contracts in my life where at one point I was met with, you signed that okay. I might be, actually. I'm answering my own question as I'm going through it. I'll just say it. I've been burned before. I signed a contract that I didn't read in full. I had a lawyer straight up tell me I was a moron. So yeah, I had to deal with the repercussions of that, and that really sucked. It took me years to clean that crap up. So yeah. So yeah, there's a reason that I read all TOS. Even PlayStation TOS. They just had a new rollout too, where I was like, oh, come on. Microsoft had one too. So yeah, I've spent a good amount of time in the last 2 weeks just sitting there reading the TOS pages. And I know what a lot of you are going to say. You're just going to be like, so did you click? Did you just click through them? It's like, no, there's been a few TOS changes that I like will stop using a product like then and there. Apple's getting dangerously close to that one with their last one. they're essentially doing the, like, we reserve the right to access your microphone kind of shit. It's like, oh, no, you don't. New pep talk service, Pep reads stuff for you. I mean, isn't that what a lawyer is? I could, hey, you know what? I could theoretically just... Wait, are you a lawyer? No, but I'm here to read for you. It's kind of like those people that come and build the stuff from IKEA that you like. What? My wife was looking at actually doing that as like a side hustle. Because she's just so good at it. She's good at like taking instructions and just building whatever the hell is there. Me, on the other hand, can't tell you how many times I've gotten to the end of a project and just looked at one screw, and it wasn't the case where it's like, oh, that was one of the extra ones. It's just like, oh no. This is one of the centerpieces. Uh-oh. We've all been there, right? Right? It's not just a me thing. It's totally not just a me thing. Call Pep Law today. We will read. We will read the TOS with chill me. Yo, that's not a bad idea. Just read. Okay, so if it's public TOS, where and you just need somebody to read it for you, kind of like an audiobook. That's not a bad. Natch, we might have actually. If all else fails here, you know, we'll keep that one in the back pocket. I like that. That ain't bad. Like, legit. All jokes aside. That's not a bad idea. There's your excuse to wear a suit on. Oh. Yes. All right, we're really figuring this one out. I'm gonna have to start a second channel. Yeah. No, I mean that's not a bad one. That's really not a bad idea. Because, like, like you said, who the fuck besides me, apparently, sits down and reads TOS, you know? I don't think any of you do. How many video games have you played just recently where you just, like, scroll through the TOS? Now, like, I'll admit this. I have a level of, like, I'm prepared to know how much like info they're gonna want to like sell. So, for instance, this is just my way of doing things. You guys can take this as advice, but I'm not. This is just the way I do things. I should say you shouldn't take this as advice. It's the way I do things, just in case. So, as I said, I like to I want to make sure that I'm not signing something that is, you know, totally egregious, but you know, having an email that is there for the purpose of, you know, having a record, that's something I would recommend. That's the easiest and I would say the most effective one that a lot of people don't think about. Wait, I'm not a lawyer, but we'll have a little chat about the weather and how much YouTube is and isn't whack based on the junk they post. Dude, I will. Okay, so this weekend, it felt like a weekend. One day off felt like a weekend. So yesterday, I was kind of going through like my YouTube algorithm, and I'm not sure like if all the changes were great, because this was the most like disjointed I've seen the algorithm in a long time. I mean, I'm glad that they're trying to get new stuff out there, but man, there was some stuff that I'm like, what? Why would you recommend this to? Like, even if I'm watching Valhalla VFT, it's just like you go to the other extreme. It's kind of doing that thing again, like Geeks and Gamers kind of thing, where it's just like, oh hey, you know, you watch political content. It's like, watch some right-wing shit that'll piss you off. It's just like, oh, fuck. Got away from that for a little bit, but maybe that's good for me, though, as a content creator. Like, I guess it is kind of good that it's showing me that stuff. Okay, my algorithm is low-key, but high-key whack. Now, yeah. Dude, they completely nuked this guitarist I watch. Went from averaging 300 to fit. Yeah, no, that happened to me. That happened to me again. I'm wrestling with that. I'm sure you guys have noticed. It's okay. Honestly, I'm kind of okay like with this. I'm fine. I'm whatever. I have a supportive community. That's how you found me? Oh, really? No kidding. Well, I mean, that's kind of cool. Like, it was trying to piss you off, so it's just like, hey, watch this Pep Talks guy, and you're just like, fuck this guy. Or I'm gonna keep going back. We were just talking about hate watching yesterday. Patrick, wait, you don't hate watch me, do you? I'm sorry, I don't want to confuse you with somebody else. We had quite the active day the other day, and I remember you were there. Showed me some intersex boxing vid yesterday. Something about women getting taught. Oh, ew. Man, what the hell? That's not great. If that's happening to you guys, then I can only assume that it's happening, a lot out there. No, you're at least tolerable. Thank you. Thank you for the kind words. Tolerable. You hear that, guys? Sweet. I keep getting commercial offers from the algorithm for male soap and shampoo. I'm female. I mean, I haven't seen YouTube commercials for quite some time, so I don't know. I got recommended this Extinction... What? Oh, no, it's one of those? Oh, no. That's pretty much what I came from. Yeah, I got to talk to Pastor Ben about that yesterday, so that was pretty cool. If you guys don't know who Pastor Ben is, Pastor Ben Dixon used to work for TYT. Went on to do some of his own stuff. He's been part of a lot of different types of programs. I know he used to do stuff with Mark Lamont Hill and but it's awesome. He is back on this space doing his own show, which is awesome too. He's doing an exclusive show on this space. And he came on the space station yesterday, and it was awesome to have him. And I gotta be real, I was kind of nervous because I wasn't kidding. I ended the whole thing by saying, he's the only pastor that could technically bring me back to church, and I'm not necessarily kidding. He might be able to convince me of some spirituality. Who knows? But no, it was cool. For some reason, no matter what, I can always appreciate believers, and I can respect that because I just feel like if they can respect me not believing, then I'm totally going to give them the same respect. It's the ones that end it where they're like, now are you coming back to the faith? It's like, please don't. But yeah, no, I love talking the Bible with, pastors and just elders of churches. I watched you debate Andrew Wilson, and you were one of the first communicators I've ever seen be willing to concede a point. Oh, really? Wow. Damn, left-wing commentators. Well, dude, the thing is, they put the whole thing about those debate spaces is that you're supposed to Donald Trump that shit a little bit, conceding his weakness, because that's essentially what it is. Where you're just so many people shout, they'll how you do the shadow boxing in the shower, or you think of an argument where you're like, oh, I should have said this. Well, people do that with Reddit comments, man. So I could imagine so many different commentators doing that. I hate to call this out, and I like the guy, Brian Shapiro, but the way that he argues with and he debates people, I could see him doing that, literally just oh, I should have said this. Oh man, yeah, I'm gonna write this one down for the next one. but it's shouting over each other. It's about, like, I guess, just being a bigger personality. Yeah, I was under the impression that we were actually discussing something, and I don't know. When I debate, I want to see if I can change somebody's mind. Now, it might not be the person I'm debating necessarily, but yeah. See, I appreciate the fact that you come back here then. That's cool. You're the third person that I have from that debate space that watched that, which is great, dude. It's still crazy to me that I did that. Let's see, November, December, January, February. I was 4 months in to doing streaming, like live streaming. So, and that was also one of those, actually, this was one of those lessons of integrity. Is I was so sick with COVID that day that I shouldn't have been doing that, but I had booked it in advance, so, like, I think it was almost 2 to 3 weeks in advance. So I didn't want to fuck it up, especially when they were kind of relying on me being there. So, well, at least I felt that way. Again, maybe there's a hint of delusion there, but no, I didn't. And I also did have the other side of it where I was like, oh, this could be good for my career. Like, I am trying to break out, and hey, this kind of proves that it helped a little bit. Incy bincy. I couldn't watch it. You were being nice, and I couldn't watch someone being a dick to you. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Sigs and Beer Wilson. Yep. Yeah, his studio has got to smell like fucking just ugh. I can't even really. Let's see. It probably smells like an 80s liquor store with a little bit of a mold problem. I'm not really big into politics, but do like knowing what goes on around me. What is this called? What do you mean? Like my show? My show is called High on Politics. What is it called when you just like knowing what's going on around you? You like current events and just being informed. That's good. You don't have to be big into politics. That's actually interesting to me. Like, so, okay, so you're not like, so I've never really asked this to somebody that just like came out and said that they're not big into politics. But you're like interested in things that are going on around you. So is that like, are you kind of getting more into politics through that, where you're kind of like, man, like, because yeah, the more aware you become, the more the more curiosity kind of sparks. And then you're just, at some point, you're like, yeah, I should probably pay attention to this stuff just to know what's up. Now, there's the other side of it where you're like me and you pay too much attention to it, like an unhealthy amount of attention to it. Aliens are demons. Are you talking like X-Files, you know, I want to believe kind of stuff, like aliens? Or are you... I hope that you're not being the other way. Because, come on, man. This is a chill space. We don't need hate. What? God, so much energy to hate people. Like, I can tell you right now, I don't hate many people. Like, actively hate people. Like, Donald Trump, yeah, he's one that I do. It's like, that one does, like, ping me in the heart occasionally, where I'm just like, he has done so much damage. It's disgusting. But then I just have to, I hate to say, I have to laugh it off, where it's just like, well, whatever. It's not like the Democrats did anything to stop them. To me, politics is extremely exhausting and very negative. It is. No, it is. And like, I kind of said this on this space yesterday, where like I laid it out there where I'm like, we gotta stop fighting with each other. Like, we gotta stop. You know, these next few months are going to be just inundated with a bunch of bots trying to get us mad at each other, and just... I don't want to do that, because, like, when we were talking about the Francesca Hong thing, I was just like, man, I don't want to, like, because just constantly revisiting this thing doesn't move us towards a better position. If anything, it's just sitting there in a puddle of piss, wondering why there's a puddle of piss, when you kind of know why there's a puddle of piss. Twitch time. Oh, Pinkerbell. Holy crap. I didn't even see you over on Twitch. Thank you for being over there. Wait, you've never read TOS in your whole life? Okay, yeah, sorry, I just got caught up on my Twitch comments. Okay, that's insane. Again, try read some TOS, guys. Come on. Jeez. Even ET, heartbreaking. Well, let's see. Jar Jar Binks. Yeah, he's on that list. I don't think it's just lizard people, mostly rich. I don't. It's nothing fantastical like that, dude. It's literally just, it needs to be to some people because they can't fathom that we just let the rich do it again, essentially. Bitch about these MAGA trash family members I can't get rid of. Fuck it. You know what? That sounds like fun. We can have a little chat here. Let me send this to you. Dieter, there you are. Let me give you... Oh, hey, if the link doesn't work... Oh, fuck. Damn it. All right, hold on. Time to swap this out. Give me a second. You can tell I had a problem with my cat earlier. Just give me 1 second. Was Faith made? I mean, I would argue, well, in my case, it was a little blind, but also comfort. It was the comfort of things. It was like, I mean, that's the real reason I think that I stuck around Christianity as much as I did, was the fear of losing my comfort, or like the thing that was like a fallback to give me comfort. You know, anytime there's a big problem, just give it to God. Something to be said about that. There we go. Let's try this work. Okay. Some scripture. I've seen MAGA Bible Beater series. I don't think I saw that one. Come on. Here, just go here. Nope, wrong one. There we go. Hey, look at that. All right, so what's about to happen is I'm going to bring somebody on for a little bit of a discussion. But before I do, I'm going to make one request for you guys. If you haven't already hit the like button, please do. And also... subscribe to the channel if you haven't. It really, really helps me out as a smaller creator. It helps out all smaller creators, especially like if you guys enjoy any creator that has under 5K, like it's very important that you at least, you know, be a little less stringent with the holding of the like button. Because, man, there are a bunch of people that, like, now that they brought the dislike button back, which... Oh, that was the other thing! The dislike button is back! Not like it ever really left, but oh boy, it's back. Like, let's just say that the analytic side of things are... Yeah, they kind of tell you. It's just like, oh, hey, people might think that, you know... It's like, you suck, and here's how we know. So yeah. Make sure that you guys are out there helping out your favorite creators. What's up, buddy? How's it going? Ron, how's it going? Anna, also, jeez, just okay. My chat's back to being wonky. Fantastic. Don't see it on my phone. Wait. Tip your toes and ew. Wait, oh, you're not seeing the dislike on your phone? Oh. Well then. That's weird, because I saw it. Hey, Warframe, what's up? Welcome to the show. Okay, so this link should be coming through now, Dieter. Just give me 1 second. Oh, that's why. Duh. Okay. This should work. Let me know if you can't get in, though. Soon I'll just be able to do this through StreamYards because I'm figuring out some stuff for the channel. Yeah, don't be weird in chat, guys. No being weird. Oh, did you guys see AOC when she was doing like her, I think it was her 4th egg freezing video? At one point she had to like unbuckle her pants and she was just like, don't be weird. I was like, immediately I was just, that's like the meme right there. Don't be weird. Like her pointing. No, dude, I gotta give her a lot of credit. Like I didn't know anything about that process, and yeah, that was beyond informative. It also seems like it, man. Yeah, like once the actual like hormonal stuff like hits, like because she was talking about how it's like it took a minute, but when it hit, oh, okay, cool. They're gonna be weird regardless. Oh yeah, they're gonna be weird regardless. Yeah, just let me know in the Discord when you hop on. I'm not sure if I'll see it on the side. Thank you for the chili, man. Appreciate that. Also, yeah, you guys, we actually did make through 2 kind donations, we are already at the daily goal, which also, wait a minute, you know what? We made the hundo. Let's see. Oh, I can't wear my headphones with this. Damn it. Maybe we can do this. There we go. Hey, that works. I'll just do this. Yeah. You can almost tell it's a pepper a little bit more, right? There. Welcome to the Pepper Hut. What can I get for you? Would you like hot, mild, extra spicy? Thank you for coming to the Pepper Hut. Come again. Wait. Oh, there we go. That kind of works too. What kind of chili? Oh, oh, crap. I just realized that my bag of chilies, I left it on the counter. Uni, is that still there? Oh, no. Oh, no, the cat. I forgot about the cat. God damn it. You look like a pepper pirate. Yeehaw! We're in the hot one now, boys. Yeehaw! We're having quite the poblano. Yar. I don't know. I don't got the jokes today, man. I really don't. Ugh. I take one day off and I lost my mojo. Maritime law only. Yeah. Oh, I don't know, man. I am having one of those days where I recognize it, where I'm like, oh yeah. Not at 100%. It's okay. Oh, hey, 421. Okay. What kind of what? What kind of Texan do I like? What, is that Texas? I don't know. Oh, Chile. That's the flag of Chile. Is that Texas? It looks like the Texas flag. Am I not? Wait a minute. Am I that far off? I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna leave that one be. Cool. All right. Keep an eye on that then. All right, yeah. I'll be bringing Dieter on in a few minutes. That's gonna be fun. Talk some I don't know. It's Friday. We'll just chat. That's kind of nice. Yeah, it's kind of like a little extension of what we do over on this space with the space station. Which, guys, yesterday's show was fire. I had such a good time. I'm gonna say this much: I may not like. I kind of feel like the odd man out sometimes because it is a little like seeing everybody else agree, and I'm just kind of like, actually. But you know what? Who wants to see a whole bunch of people agreeing all the time? I don't. Totally catching the vibe. It was a great time. No, I honestly, I had a blast. I got to talk to, like I said, I got to talk to Ben Dixon. That was rad. Chilling with Christina, like that's always fun. She is very good at streaming. She's been doing this for what, 5 years? Like she's very good at what she does. It was kind of funny though, because at one point when we were talking about like hair and wig stuff, I could tell where it was just like I could see it get a little annoying to her. Where I was just like, yeah, but I it's like I actually do have expertise in this, and my wife. She just came. My wife texted me in the middle of it, and I read it, and I realized it was like my wife saying it's not as big of a deal as she's making it out to be, and I was like, oh yeah. Now doing wig stuff is annoying, but yeah, it's not that bad. No, actually, we didn't even get to talk about it. The in-between point of growing your hair is the worst. Like, when it's at shoulder length, and you're at that point of, like, I could just cut it. I could just cut it. It looks ridiculous. Like, dude, I looked like a frickin'... Let's see. I mean, it was like hockey hair from the 70s. Like, it was like... Actually, there we go. It was like 70s hippie hair. Like, it was so poofy, and like the way that it like flowed, it was I don't know, it was weird. But yeah, I got past that obviously, and now I need to get a haircut. It's Jesus, it's down to my belly button. Oh my god, it's past my belly button. Ben Dixon stopping by was a nice treat, especially after Letterhack checked out. Yeah, I mean, you know what? Hats off to Letterhack. I'm happy that he's finding happiness through not doing content, man. Like, I get it. Doing content's a lot. Like, it's a lot. And if you're not finding joy in it, then I don't recommend continuing it, kind of thing. Like, that's the reason I can do this daily, is because I love doing this. I love performing. I love chatting with you guys. Anytime I hit go live, I get excited to do this. Now, if there's ever a day where I dread hitting go live, now that could be a different story. And it sounds like that's where he was at. You know. But he also, I'm gonna be honest, like, I don't want to not be fair. Like, he's such a good dude that he shouldn't have to deal with all the fucking negativity of the internet, the way that, you know, the trolls come in and troll political content. But he also, you know, it was the other side of it. He saw the toxicity of people being awful on our side. You know, it was not cool what happened. He got attacked unfairly. And then it was on, like, the real thing I know that really bugged him was when another creator reached out to him and said, hey, what's going on? Like, are you mad at me, kind of thing? And he was just like, oh, what the hell? So, his lie detector show is my favorite thing on YouTube. Hell yeah. Sorry guys, I'm gonna get a little sad. I loved his comic talk. I loved all of it. The thing is, I'll just say this much: I'm still in contact with him. He's I'm not gonna. I will say this much, please. Like, I'll send him positive vibes from my community, but just yeah, don't try to send me any messages or anything for him. I don't want to be a middleman, but I will send him, your love and positive vibes. I will do that much. Because yeah, I think he knows. Like, there's a part of him that he knows, guys, and I'll make sure that I let him know that. Because yeah, I think he knows though. Like, you guys are a great community, and if you guys came from this space, you really helped build something awesome. Like, the fact that we're past this year, going into the second year, and we're growing, and we're actually, like, not only growing in audience, but we're growing as a platform. Guys, this is great. Like, this was the dream. Now, we got to keep, we can't get delusional. We got to make sure that we, keep on course and just, yeah. But I'm excited. Thanks and sorry. Oh. Well, okay, that's fair, because I do know that he checks out the show occasionally. Also, shout out to any of the creators that come out and enjoy the stuff, even if you lurk. I see you, but I don't. I'm excited to meet the new hosts. Yeah, we got a nice batch of new hosts coming in. I know that I have some stuff I'm working on as far as getting some people into sorry for your loss, Frontier Magiona. My loss. My wife has my wife is alive. She's actually cancer free right now. It's more so getting the cancer out of her body has put us into a position where, yeah, we need a little bit of extra help. So every bit goes a very long way. Sorry, I got the scans. Your titty has no cancer. Hell yeah! Sorry, I don't speak Italian. No, congratulations on the clear scans, because I was just about to say about my wife. Yeah, her scans have come back clear, and we're good. So, but thank you for that. But yes, we have some new hosts coming on. As I said, I'm working on something where, yeah, we're trying to get some new talent. The problem is, there's one problem I'm running into where I'm just like, damn it. It's scheduling. It's all scheduling. Because there's this one guy that I would really like to come on to this space, even as a guest. But yeah, like, his fucking schedule's ridiculous. So, AG coming back? I don't know. I don't know. I know he's focusing on getting his channel back up and running. I do know that there's no animosity with this space at all. There's nothing going on there. It's just he had to go away for a while for personal reasons, and now he's making his comeback. So I know that, like, eventually we'll be doing something coming up here, and just yeah. I'm honestly just kind of like, hey man, take it at your own pace here. Like, don't feel pressured to, like, collab. I think it's smart, like, to focus on just bringing his channel back, because that sucks. He did have to essentially abandon his channel for a few months. So, but he's back now. Bandit, if you haven't already seen that, like, he's doing regular shows. I think he does he's doing Wednesdays again. Fridays, I think that he'll actually be on a little bit later tonight. If you see him, if you have to go over there and I'm still live, at least shout me out and just tell him I say hello, and I miss my big internet bro. If you guys don't know, the Angry Ginger on YouTube and Twitch, without him, I think that I would not have a lot of the opportunities that I have had. I would not be on this space without him. So, yeah, shout out AG. But anyway, I think Peter. Nope, not yet. But love to Uni. Oh, thank you, Rebecca. Dude, seriously, thank you guys. She loves you guys. She whenever she's not in chat here, she does listen to the show. But she is doing, projects and stuff. That's also nice to see her like coming back into her own. Like during the cancer treatments, that was one of the most painful parts for me to see, was that she couldn't even like play her Switch. She couldn't enjoy anything. Like there was just no way. Like she was just so tired, and just like mentally she just could not get there, and that was painful. Like that really sucked to watch. Legos though were something that that kind of kept her going. So I gotta say, got a special affinity for Legos again, even though or Lego. But yeah, fuck cancer. Yeah. No, I held it together really well through everything, and I will give myself that credit, but fuck, man. Yeah, I just recently allowed myself the ability to kind of revisit that and feel all that, where I'm like, oh, yeah, that was bad. It's so painful watching somebody you love in pain. It's almost unbearable, but yeah, love Lego. Yes, I do too. Okay, so let's bring on my guest. Impromptu guest session. Please work seamlessly. Please work seamlessly. What's up, Dieter? Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Hell yeah.
Excellent. How are you?
I'm good. Yourself?
I'm okay. As I said in the chat, dealing with some MAGA trash that I can't get rid of.
Yeah, you said family, right?
Yeah, in-laws. It's nice to, yeah, I know. I'm going to treat this like a little bit of a therapy session.
Uh-oh.
So it's
Yeah.
like, because it's not on my channel, so they're not going to see it. And it's good for your audience to come to terms. I think there's lessons to be learned in hearing people.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Give me 1 second. I'm getting the double audio. Give me 1 sec.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. This happens all the time. I don't know why, but my desktop audio loves to take over the guest microphone. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to mute it. There we go. All right, we're good.
So anyway, yeah, like I really like my brother-in-law. He's a really nice guy. He's super competitive. He's a little arrogant. He's a small business owner that's successful.
Yeah.
But he never went to college, and neither did his wife. But unlike his wife, he actually got out of California, whereas she has lived in the same town her entire life and doesn't have like any friends from childhood or anything like that. They got pregnant super early, and they're nice people. They're just very inexperienced. And she saw some of my posts on Instagram, and like, political stuff,
yeah,
advocating for socialism and so forth, basically reposting DSA stuff. And that like freaked her out. And so now I'm like not being really prioritized whatsoever with respect to hanging out with their family, including her kids. Like, which sucks because I love kids.
Yeah.
And the other thing that sucks is that their oldest, who just hit puberty, he's 15. I guess he hit puberty a couple years ago, but he's getting into vaping and he's getting into drinking. And I think they're in denial about like their knowledge and understanding of adolescence. Do you know that adolescence goes from like 13 to 24?
Yeah.
Most people don't know that. Most people don't know that it goes all the way to 24. So these people were pregnant by the time they got, and married by the time they got out of adolescence.
I mean, let's see. I wasn't necessarily married. Well, I got married at 24. So
so you were basically done. Yeah,
but I was with my wife for pretty much all through. Let's see. Like I met her when we were 16. We started dating when we were 18. So yeah, I mean, but we didn't have kids or anything like that. So
the problem with my brother-in-law is that his entire worldview is shaped through the lens of his business. So
Yeah.
he's just caught up in the more government versus less government, as opposed to effective government versus ineffective government, which is what the conversation should be. And I think you do the same thing as I do, which is just don't give in to conservative framing, because as soon as you give in to their framing, you're going to lose the argument. There's a conclusion built into the way they frame it. And so he's actually he's been a source of insight, talking about how the big corporations will outbid him and then break all the rules. But he has to follow the rules because he's a little guy and can't afford to get caught breaking any of the rules. So I'm trying to expand his business, his frame of reference. I'm doing it bit by bit, but I'm not getting any, and we're playing golf. So that's the opportunity to do that. But I don't spend any time with her. And until I break through with her, there's no way I'm going to be able to influence these kids. And the oldest, the one that I mentioned, has a fucking Trump flag on the ceiling of his bedroom because his fucking grandfather is MAGA. Okay. And I'm supposed to just at a fundamental level, like the idea of given what conservatism has done and is doing to this fucking country, that I have to accommodate the conservative worldview is just ridiculous. It's narcissistic. It's narcissistic to think that how do you expect us to respect you after all this? You're wrong about everything. I'm talking about, not just MAGA, but conservatives.
Well, because what got me thinking about this kind of stuff and why there was even this rise of this type of stuff, specifically with kids like that age, because I've seen something similar in my on my side, like the family too, where it was just the Obama thing. This is why actually on this space yesterday, during the panel show, I brought up about just the cancel culture pre-Trump and how that, pre-Gamergate kind of stuff, it got lost where there was actually a message there that to how ridiculous some of that cancel culture shit was. Again, going back and revisiting tweets from 10 years ago and then being explain yourself. That shit was whack as fuck.
Yes. Still happens.
Obviously, we can apply that to, Twitter being also pretty new at that point, but I don't know. I felt like that was kind of when it all really started, where it's just, you're walking on eggshells too much, or you're requesting you walk on eggshells too much. But then, of course, I didn't my short-sightedness was how the chuds were going to use that disingenuously, What up, dude?
Well, they say facts don't care about your feelings. And then, you counter something that they say and they get all hurt. Because, I saw a great Morgan Freeman quote, something about truth gets compromised to make stupid people feel less offended, right? We're trying to avoid offending stupid people by acting as if we're equals. See, this is a running theme for me. And I don't know if any other leftists are doing it or talking about it, but we got to come up with an understanding of equality and how it fits into our ideology and the future plans for the country. Because my thesis, and I've told this to Devil's Advocate Productions as well as Stateless Patriot, my co-host for Left Coast Live, equality is the goal, not the means, right? If we concede, if you admit and acknowledge and agree that we are at war, you don't win a war by acting as if all the soldiers and sailors are equal. Yeah. You have generals, you have admirals, you have captains, you have colonels, And so when we win the war and we create an equal opportunity society, that'll be great. But right now, and this is, kind of my general issue with the DSA and them laying out this vision, which I think is a good thing, that to lay out a vision, but there isn't as much talk about the transition. What's that transit? What are the next few election cycles look like if we're supposed to take steps closer to that DSA vision of how American government is supposed to function?
Just you can kind of look at it through the progression of politics throughout the, last 100 years. You can also the ebbs and flows of everything. At some point, even in the way that we vote, this is the reason that so many pundits can come out and say about this midterm cycle, just, yeah, this is the way that it usually goes. Like, it's going to go to the Democrats because it always does.
Right. The
But that's
new
not as
president
sexy as
loses
being
power.
like, oh, it's so close, because they got to keep you engaged, you know?
Right. Yeah. The market driven media.
Yeah.
People call it the mainstream media, but I like market driven media and better.
It's a better way of putting it. It's more honest.
Yeah. I mean, that's what drives their content is advertising revenue. That's why I watch Morning Joe every now and then, not as much as I used to, because I want to see where the baby boomer liberals are at.
Yeah.
And you know, it drives me crazy. It's like, it makes me work harder on my workout if I'm working out while I'm watching it, because I get so pissed off. But they do all Trump all the time, as opposed to covering personalities within Congress and the Senate. And they just, there's no diversity. There's no diversity in their content.
Wouldn't you argue that's a good thing, though? Because then once Trump is done, or like once we're done with him, then what? Like, then what do they got? Nothing.
Oh, the Republicans? Yeah.
I mean, your nephew's going to learn real quick, because, like, this is what my point about your nephew is that he's going through, like, the punk rock phase, like, where you, no matter what, you want to do the thing that annoys the people the most. You know, I used to go around, like, I remember thinking that, when I get my car, because I had, like, Mexican neighbors that for some reason, like, it had nothing to do with their race. They were just assholes. And I was just like, well, I want to insult them by using the horn, you know? And then I was just like, as I grew up, I'm like, oh, fucking cringe. And then I realized, though, realistically, that stems from that, like you said, adolescent brain, where you're just, it's all about the cringe. And like, this is where we were kind of talking about it yesterday about like the difference, like with the millennials, where you didn't have the internet. So your cringe isn't like permanently out there for everybody to see. You know, like you didn't,
social
put
media,
all your fucking social, like we didn't have social media. So it's like,
well, you had a respite. You know, you went to school and you did the high school politics or whatever.
Right.
But then you went home and had a distance from it. You could have a good night's sleep and just study and do homework. But now these kids, like whatever happened that day at school, follows them home, and they're messaging with their friends about it over the, 24 every waking hour.
Yeah,
they're talking about the social stuff as opposed to actually learning.
Yep. Yeah.
That's one of the things another thing that like you can call out establishment Democrats on is education, because they talk a big game, but like, I think I mentioned it to you one of the previous times we were working together, how like Illinois and Massachusetts and New York, they have really high state taxes, which by the way are peanuts compared to what you pay in federal taxes.
Yeah.
Okay. Just so everyone has some goddamn perspective on tax code.
Yep.
But at least those states have great public schools.
Yeah.
And that's a sign of self-awareness by those voters, because kids can't vote. And whereas you go to California and we have comparable state taxes, I think our state taxes might even be the highest in the country, and 31st ranked public schools, which is pathetic. That's absolutely pathetic. For the backbone of the American economy in California, the fourth largest economy in the world, to have such miserable public schools is shameful. And it's something that I hope someone calls out about Gavin Newsom, because he had 8 years to fix it and he didn't do shit.
Well, I mean, it seems like they are kind of calling him out, but that was my concern with them voting for the right winger, because we're dealing with this in Illinois with that Darren Bailey guy. He's already pivoting, saying like now he's the anti-flock guy, he's the anti-data center guy,
right?
And that's all they're focusing on. And now he's trying to do the thing where he's just like, I won't rubber stamp Trump, and I do welcome, Chicagoans. I moved to Chicago. I love Chicago, because he made the mistake last time by saying that Chicago was a shithole. So he kind of like, he's going on an apology tour before the election here, and it's just weird to see them pivot to the left to try and, I don't know, like get our. Like, are they going for us? Are they going for liberals? I don't even fucking know, but I feel like that's what's happening, though. Like, you have these guys that are just pivoting to the left in certain communities to try and fool, like, your average voter. Oh, shit. That explains why that didn't work. Hold on. Having a man, I'm having a glitch-filled day. Let's see. All right, let's see if he needs a new link. Oh man, balls. Here, well, we're not talking with the heater right now. Here, give me a second. That sucks. Yeah, actually, Dieter, just go to Discord here. I'll send you a new link because I don't know what just happened there. That was weird. It didn't even freeze on my end. It literally just canceled. Like, it just completely disconnected. Hit with a hammer. Maybe he'll fix it. Hit it with a hammer? No. We've already established that, doing the banging like the top of the TV, don't hit your technology, okay? Like, that's never a good way to really to fix it. It's not your technology is not like what you're saying, where, when our dads hit the stuff, it was like an old Chevy. There was a good chance that jostling the starter in the car was a real thing that could happen. Now you'll likely hit it and you'll knock like a connector out, and then you're fucked because everything's push button now. It's ridiculous. No, it's me. My internet just went out. We're having an outage. Oh shit. Okay. Well, here then. When you are able to jump back in and whenever you want to. I mean, dude, I'm having a super chill show today. I got nothing on the docket outside of just a few things I want to watch. So, whenever you want to hop back in, just let me know. But yeah, internet is crap. Your brain is cooked, man. Trump is a PDF. Yep. Let me get my music back here. There we go. Perfect. Turn this up a little. All right, we're back. But yeah, just in case your internet does not come back, the people are still wanting to chat. So too bad it wasn't an MP3. Then we could listen to all of it, including the. Well, see. Oh, did you guys see that? Like, there was that judge that finally read through the unredacted Epstein files, and it was it went the exact way that we kind of thought it would, where he came out and he was shook. He was just like, all right, you guys need to release all this. Like, it's no longer a question. We are low on the Dieter meter. No, you're not. Dieter loves you guys. Otherwise, I don't know. He'd probably tell you. Trust me. That's what I love about the guy. He speaks his mind. That's what seriously, that's what I love about all of the space creators, is that we all speak our minds, man. To hell with some of the consequences. Now, some are a little bit more responsible. I will say that much, as far as not pissing off their audience. But that's, like I said, what's the fun in having somebody that agrees with you all the time? You just wanted to make a stupid pun. Yeah, I know. And I wanted to ruin your stupid pun by being literal Chuck over here. Hey. What time zone am I in? Central time zone. If you can't... oh, right. You can't see my schedule. I just realized. Yeah, my... actually, Deadly Deddy. If you just tilt your phone to the vertical mode, you can see my stream schedule. So... have you shown him the, Yeats the Bison? Oh, yeah. That's what, I don't know, that might be my favorite clip from 2026 so far. Which, now that I know that the guy's okay and he just had a few broken bones, I can enjoy it a little bit more. But, No, to what me and Dieter were talking about, and what he was saying about like his brother-in-law and stuff. I can say this about like the family members that I have. This is kind of like what I wanted to get across was that they're getting out of Trump, and it's happening quickly. Like they're not going to say, "Oh, you were right" or anything like that, but they are not happy with him. They hate how the economy's going. They hate the tariffs. They hate everything right now that Trump is doing. Even, dude, ICE. That was a big one. So, I'm not going to... yes, yeah, okay. See, I got to stop myself. Someone in my family, they love them some Trump. But specifically ICE, I thought for sure that they were going to be like gung-ho about the way that ICE was acting. No, they're for abolishing ICE. That got me where I was just like, huh. Okay, so obviously the mainstream narrative is not, it ain't the one that I think is actually out there, folks. I know, I'm really breaking some new ground here. Maybe someone got him to smoke because knows how to get high. Cali conservatives aren't real MAGA, but they're still supportive and defensive of MAGA. Well, because they see themselves as, the outsider. Like, that's the thing about living in a blue area. Like, they probably do. They probably, like, think of the way that you feel now, just thinking of, like, the politics nationally. That's how they feel just every day, because they recognize that nobody in the area that they live agrees with them. Like in Chicago, man, I can tell you right now, we got some MAGA chuds. Like I've had some that lived on my block, but that's how I knew that he ain't fucking doing well. All the flags are put away. They're not wearing their stupid red hats when they go out anymore. They kind of have this look of shame. And I was kind of thinking, I'm like, oh, yeah. And now they're back to that where it's like they're probably going to start getting angry. They're going to start like I'm starting to see it, the Darren Bailey signs where it's like, we need a change, Darren Bailey. But they don't want Trump associated with Bailey. His own voters kind of understand this, but beef stroganoff. Nice. I actually I got some beef stroganoff upstairs. But goodbye. I will catch you later, Ghost Train. Thank you again for the kind donations today. I really appreciate that. Thank you to anybody that contributes to stream, but that was awesome. Also, enjoy your stroganoff. I love a good stroganoff. Can we just say, like, oh man, beef stroganoff with like some good buttered noodles, just simple, great meal. Hell yeah. All right, we're not doing meal talks, though. I did kind of, like... I want to put the kibosh on that one, because I don't want to get too hungry while we're hanging. Man, it's not even 4 o'clock. Hell yeah. I like these earlier starts, even though I don't have enough prep time, really. That's, by the way, kind of toying with starting the stream a little bit earlier, but... Yeah. Right now we're in experiment mode because I got the ability to right now. So what do we do with these silent, regretful MAGA? Isn't it just a matter of time before they go back to the GOP once they rebrand? Maybe. The thing is, I feel like they're just going to disconnect from politics altogether. That's what happened to my dad. My dad got burned so bad by Governor Ryan, because like that was the last politician he told me he ever actually was excited for, because Governor Ryan was going to do something. He was signed something into law for small businesses, which would lower their taxes significantly. And my dad was just like, yeah. Got into office, raised his taxes, and then got caught, doing his illegal BS and got impeached. So my dad was just like, yeah, I'm kind of done with this shit. I'm not going to support any of these. Like, my dad just says it. All politicians are crooked effers, and, you shouldn't put too much faith into any of them. Not a single one of them. Like, my dad at least did that, where he was just like, Screw Trump, man. Like, if nobody can figure out that he's a horrible businessman, like that was the funniest part, was watching my dad. Like, most of like the people that are my dad's age, when you hear they're moving their money, you think like in the stock market, all that. My dad did the opposite. He actually was just like, nah, I'm gonna move my money into things that are pretty much, guaranteed to not be touched by Donald Trump. I was like, good call. And then sure as shit, the tariffs actually ended up fucking him on that one. So, oopsie. Now, my dad, like, we just talked about Trump, and we don't really talk politics, but he is so over this motherfucker. Like, that's where middle America, like, because my dad is how I look at middle America. It's just once he's saying, fuck this guy. You know what? He's representing a whole lot of other Americans where they don't pay attention to politics on the daily, but they sense it. They know. They go to the grocery store. They gas up. They know what's up, man. Costs are up everywhere. Everywhere, man. It's ridiculous. Dude, the last time I went to the grocery store, holy crap. Like, seeing $8 Oreos and shit, just, it's mind-boggling. And then on top of it, I had that thought where I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Like, that's not in my budget, so I literally can't afford Oreos right now. That's fucking wild. Like, damn. Good job, Trump. They will need to suffer personally before they are prompted to change themselves. They will. They will. I don't believe in karma necessarily, but I do believe that there's going to be some kind of like awakening or something when they will feel it, where it's just like, oh shit, these people are mad at us. No Oreos with milk. That's hard times. That's hard times, baby. That is hard times. You got MAGA people going out and buying their what was it, the Fruit Loops? They're like, I'm getting all these Fruit Loops. You know how bad it's got to be for me to get all these Fruit Loops? That was a legit on a newscast I watched. I was just like, man, this guy's out there shitting on all these Fruit Loops. While I'm like, I actually like those. I always thought the Aldi's ones were better. Okay. If you thought universal tariffs would fix affordability and GDP, your money deserves a better home. That's true. Yeah, I kind of hope that a lot of Christians start betting on the rapture happening, so at least I can... That's when I can make my move and just be like, hey, I have a new business called the Rapture Safety Project, where your money safely gets transferred into my bank account because you have nowhere else to put it, so you might as well give it to me. OMG, Pep, you're early. Yeah, I've been on for about 2 hours now, almost. Hour 40 minutes. You're so late. Don't worry about it, man. We're chilling. It's Friday, man. That was actually kind of part of it, because last Friday, I didn't get to bed until about 4:30 in the morning, and hey, yeah. Wait. How do you fix selfish? Like, if you get fash that benefits Pep Dad level of business owner, then what? Or is that a contradiction? Actually, no, it's not a contradiction, because, like, those are the people that are kind of withholding any movement, like, with our class, like, with the middle class right now. It's because the upper middle class, like, the K-shaped economy starts at the upper middle class. Once you make over $150,000 a year, you're starting to get to that upper K area. And that, but it's only starting. The middle of the K is about $400,000 per year, which, if you're making that, god damn it, dude, like, a lot of this can be kind of solved where it's like, if we stop pushing this idea of go waste all your money when you make these assholes that make $1 million and then they're going and buying sports cars, they're buying second houses, and they're doing all this really dumb shit with their money where it's like, dude, like, if you just bought a modest house, you know, and fixed it up throughout the years, maybe 1 or 2 cars and maybe a toy here or there, like, what the fuck? What? And, like, go on vacations. Fine. Like, God. Is this your job? No. I'm getting close, though. I do want to do this as my full-timer. No, I'm not one of those streamers yet. Have you reacted to the More Perfect video union on the Latino voters? Yes, I have. The effing guy who voted for Trump 3 times then complains about Trump 2.0 is classic MAGA narcissism. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, he's standing in the middle of his restaurant going like, you know, I just thought he'd be better. It's literally that thing. Again, this is it. Because think of it this way. Your average billionaire doesn't see your average person. They don't. They just don't. So the rich, like the bourgeois class that needs to protect the billionaires, they need that feeling of being better than you. They have a nicer house than you. More square footage, more they literally just they got more than you. They're just better than you. God, just accept it. Should I block your ass? Okay. Whatever. Go ahead. I don't care. Another channel to block. That shit will help my feed. Okay. Go ahead and block me. I don't give a shit. And hey, peace be with you, brother. I hope that you find more content that you enjoy. You live by my generosity. Rejoice! Yes, that is very much the attitude they have. It's literally that meme from like the Twilight vampires where they're all just, look at these plebeians. Oh, guffaw, guffaw. We're so much better. You live by... Wait. And to be fair, I don't think MAGA are all narcissists. There are people who have absolutely no community. MAGA gave them that community. That's bullshit. I'm sorry. That's bullshit. Because a lot of MAGA, they have community. It's their church communities. No, what ends up happening is in the church communities, they're all listening to the same bullshit, so they all believe the same bullshit. It's that easy. It really is just, that's how it goes. Tree crew. Oh, block me too? I didn't even block anybody. No, this guy told me he's blocking me. Which, whatever. I don't care. Go for it. Were we playing football with all the blocking? A lot of Latino men thought they could save themselves by joining the fascists. Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You know how many, like, actually, Dieter kind of made a good point there about the ones that, like, come in, they own a business, you know, they actually make, you know, something, and then and I've talked about them here, the ones that close the door behind them. You know, fuck them. Or, like, they pull up the ladder. Hi. Who's that? What you doing? We got some treats for you. Yeah. We got treats for the stand. All right, what else we got? Blocking F off and be gone. Trouble me no more with your hateful BS and lies. Okay. I don't know what you're even talking about, man. I've been pretty chill. BS. As a male childhood SA survivor of the social construct of the Me Too movement, my gender wasn't malleable under 3. Why did y'all transpose the definition and ideological of human gender with personality? What? Yeah, let's coin the phrase ladder pullers. I mean, that's... yeah, that's actually a good way to put it. Because that's exactly what they do. The church community in most evangelical or Catholic or Orthodox communities is hollow. They don't even believe Jesus' own words. No, they don't. No, I brought that up to Pastor Ben yesterday, where I literally passed up, or like I pulled up the verse that I was, big into, Matthew 7:21 through 23. It's about how if you actually live a godly life, you will be welcomed into the kingdom of heaven. However, if you live your life with a mouthful of hate, or like a heart full of hate and a mouthful of scripture, those are the people that will not be welcomed into heaven. So yeah, keep going, guys. Like, if you're MAGA and you're Christian, but you're literally like, your first response is to get angry and emotional with every time you see like a political take that you disagree with, just know that's who they were talking about. If you've ever for one time in your life thought, oh, Jesus doesn't love that person, then guess what? Haha! Yeah, have fun in hell. Per your own Bible. So, fuck MAGA. Where the weed at? My favorite podcast. Hey, I'm your favorite podcaster, Angela. F MAGA. Is this the Angela, or are you a new Angela? Sorry, if you don't get where I'm getting that from, Tony Danza from fucking Who's the Boss? Angela! Like the way he used to call. I used to think that was her name, like was with an because he couldn't just, Angela, what are you doing? Fucking Tony Danza. Jesus loves everybody. Jesus loves the little children, all the children of the world. Red and yellow, black and white, they are precious in his sight. Jesus loves the little children of the world. Yeah, that used to... that was one of the ones we used to sing in, like, first grade. I'm sure there's a new verse to that. But it's also made by the woke Christians, the ones that are trying to bastardize the Lord's word with their wokeness and their love and their acceptance. God, oh, what wackiness is this? Preaching Jesus' love, gay. That's MAGA Christianity right there. Get well soon, MAGA bots. Oh. Look at you putting out some positive vibes, even to the MAGA chuds. Oh, look at us being all dignified and good people. Pats on the back for all around. I recently said this to this conservative bitch. Conservative Christianity is a contradiction in terms because Jesus was a socialist. Yes. Yeah, you'd think that they would. Well, again, man, this is why they like the book of Romans, Deuteronomy, Leviticus. Like, they like the books that are about God's wrath and law. However, they don't like talking about the book of Mark, where it talks about the contradictions. The book of Luke also talks about the contradictions of being a Christian and having a hateful heart. And how Jesus's forgiveness is not just ordained for Christians, because I'm not sure if you guys knew this, but in the Bible, did you know that there's no Christians? Yeah, there really isn't. There is, the term Christian is not in the Bible. Weird. It's almost like they were kind of figuring that stuff out, and they were kind of figuring out this whole new way of doing things through this guy, which his name was Christ. Yeah. Jesus Christos? Yahshua Bar Yusuf? Yeah, that guy. That's, yeah, and that guy, he like did this thing where he died for all of our sins. Not just you Christians, because like you guys did this thing where like I don't know who did it first, maybe it was Billy Graham, but it seems pretty new, where they literally put like this arbitrary, you need to say you believe the baptism thing. Like they totally bastardized what baptism actually means. Like, apparently baptism is the second you're baptized, that's your gate into like that yay, then you're in heaven, baby. Which by that metric, guess what? I guess I'm going to heaven. I've been baptized twice. I was baptized in the Catholic Church and in the Christian church. So what's that mean? Was I wait, if you get double baptized, does that mean that I'm not baptized anymore? Like one washes away the other baptism? Paul the Apostle was the founder of Christianity, not Jesus. Actually, that's not entirely true. Constantine, the Emperor Constantine, was the first one to really, he was the first one to like speak of Christianity in the way that we see it right now. So the baptisms canceled each other. That's apparently. It's just like, oh no, I didn't get baptized a third time. Ooh, double heaven? Yeah, exactly. No, thank you. I got my VIP ticket. But you're destined for purgatory. Listen, it was gonna happen, okay? Although most people are until he flies on that winged horse. I'm going to the same place. Weird. I don't know. I hope it's real. I'm one of those guys. I hope that Christians are right-ish. I mean, I don't know. Hell's kind of wild, but that's the concept of hell is not necessarily a biblical concept. I was born in a snowstorm. Does that make me special? I was also born in a snowstorm. That's wild, man. I'm not even kidding, though. I was. The scriptures say that all will be saved, whether you have a chance to be physically baptized in this life or not. But these churches teach their own philosophical or philosophy mingled with the scripture to lie. Yes, because again, they need the control. They understand that they can't have people returning if their eternal soul is already going to be forgiven. Then what's the point of going to church? Hello from Phoenix, Arizona. Arita. How's it going? Welcome to Pep Talks and High on Politics. We're chilling at the moment. About 2 hours into the show, we're about to hit the 420, and once we do, I do a little bit of a puff on Puff the Magic Dragon, if you will. And then we just go on with the show. But you know what? We're all a little bit better off, aren't you? Like, don't you feel like we're all a little bit better off after that? I do. Rebecca, you do have magic powers. You can bring a smile to my face. That's magic powers right there. They love any prosperity gospel. Oh, they love that shit. Oh my God, evangelicals eat that shit up. This is where I will say, when Ben Dixon said he was Pentecostal, I did have that moment like, but that aside, at least Pentecostals don't do prosperity gospel. You have some in there that do. Same with Baptists, but overall, man, a lot of these churches, they actually, they do practice what they preach as far as just being like, okay, well, if you make more, you give more. Like, it's very socialist. How are we going to pay for this shit? Tax the churches? Mega churches, at least. I would say that. Mega churches, definitely. Like, if you're a church, like, if you have a profit margin on a church, yeah, maybe. Cherry on top, and my in-law bro is bringing family to church now. Ugh. Yeah. I was going to say time traveling. Oh. I wish God. Although I wouldn't do anything with it. See, time traveling would be so boring for me because I would be worried about the butterfly effect, like fucking anything up, that I'd be like, I can't do nothing. And then I'm sitting there thinking string theory. I'm just like, no. It would just break my brain. I'd sit there confused. Tax churches with profits over $1 million. Yeah. Willow Creek Community in Barrington, Illinois. It's insane how big that church is and how much money they bring in. It is just, it's crazy. Did you all see the Owens versus Wilson debate? I saw part of it. I'm gonna cover that on my Twitch show tonight. Oh, by the way, yeah, we're still gonna do the fun show on Twitch, but I am going to cover the Owens Wilson debate because Candace Owens, for the first time, was actually issuing strikes on channels that were trying to rebroadcast her live feed. So I will not be covering that on the show here on YouTube, but I will be covering that over on Twitch. So join us a little bit later at the end of the show. I am doing it the new way where when we go over to Twitch, I'm not going to play the outro. I'm just going to say goodbye, cancel the YouTube stream, and then we're just going to go into it. But that's later, like much later. So stick around, guys. We ain't going nowhere. May I just say a comment? Neva. Andrew Wilson's wife has 3 baby daddies. Well, you like sniz. You like sniz. God. Yeah, for anybody that's new here, I debated Andrew Wilson. Ish. It was a 2-on-2 debate. I didn't do great, but I don't know. I had a good time for what it was. You know what? I made the best of it, I feel. So tax socialist welfare bums. Yes, that's who needs to be taxed. Not the billionaires that are, just taking. Yeah, sure. It's the other ones. Never under pressure. Love you, Pep. Thanks. New handle? I'm gonna be honest, whenever one of you guys like shows up with a new handle and I'm like, wait, you're calling me Pep, so obviously you know me. Who is this? The mystery is confounding. Also, we're coming up to the 420. Oh, thank you for the star in the 100. Appreciate that. Twitch Fun Day. Yeah, the Fun Day is going to be awesome, but like I said, it's going to be a little bit more politically based than usual because we are doing the Candace Owens, Andrew Wilson debate. Not the full thing, because, dude, they did like 4 hours. Are they still live? Or did they finally, like, wrap it up? Because I saw that it was still live when I started my show, and I started... Okay, no, it's wrapped. All right, 3 hours and 11 minutes. Holy crap. That's a long debate. Although, you know what? Modern day debate goes about that long, so. 420, guys. Let's celebrate. What do they debate about? Charlie Kirk. It got heated. I'll say that much. It got heated. 100K live viewers. It went, no, it was 200. It was 200K. Giants fan. It was it was 200K live viewers. I saw. Thank you for the kind $20 donation. Much love to my favorite channel.
Much love to my favorite channel. Red heart emoji.
I know it seems cheesy, guys, but that shit fucking hits me. Or like, Thank you. 120. Hell yeah, man. Thank you, guys. Again, making our situation a whole lot better. Oof. Love the cheesy. Aw, thanks. Thoughts on Luigi? So Luigi pleading. I'll just say this. Yes, he pled guilty, but to what? To what did he plead guilty to? That's what was being not covered. I will just say it, man. He didn't plead guilty to the things that people are saying. But W. Free Luigi must be part of AOC's campaign. We live in an FU country. No, don't do that. Don't do that, because honestly, we can feel this stuff, and everybody kind of does. No, what she needs to do is she needs to win and then pardon them, because it is federal charges. Thank you for creating this community. Thank you for being part of my community. That means a lot to me, Televani. Seriously, and thank you for doing my thumbnails. Really, really appreciate all the help. It is honestly, that saves me about 20 minutes or so of show prep and gives me the ability to actually, like what I did today. I had all but like 15 minutes to do my show prep. So, yeah, that made it a lot easier having somebody tackling the thumbnails. So thank you. You know, I don't know. No, I don't. No, because I don't want any extremes right now. I don't want defund the police. Or like as far as like going out there and litigating defund the police. I want that, and I honestly just still want reform the police. Like that should have been the slogan all along, but whatever. But this is where I'm saying, man, like I don't want, why is it like this thing that leftists like always want to do, where we want a slogan that we know the center of this country will immediately just be like, meh, I don't think so, and we negate that. Like, those are the ones voting. The youth vote? Fuck the youth vote. I'm not trying to go on based on the youth vote anymore. You know what they did? They betrayed us last time. They voted for Trump. The chuds came out in fucking spades for Trump. No. If they want to show up and they want to vote for the left candidate, good on them, but I'm not catering to that shit. I don't need them. I don't give a fuck. Luigi's also not the hero that everybody fucking thinks, as far as like in the perception of your average person. Like, the shit actually did kind of work, where a bunch of people were like, I don't want to be a bad person anymore, so I don't condone what he did. But then you start talking about why he did it, and then immediately people are like, okay, well, yeah, that's a whole different story. Centrist Pep. See, that's where I know where I get my, the centrist, bullshit, but LOL, Pep, fuck those kids. No, because that can be taken out of context. Fuck damn kids. There we go. It's much better. But also, no, I like the way that CM Punk put it. Like, just, I'm old, I'm tired, and I work with children. No, we don't need to, like, cater to them. We really don't. You want to debate? I don't debate. I'm not a debate bro. What's my position on Palestine? Free Palestine. I would like to see a free Palestine. But do I recognize that Israel ain't gonna let that happen, and Jared Kushner is quietly building a fucking AI-powered super city on the bones and the remains of dead Palestinians? Yeah. I want to defund every police department that has over 5 people in it. Those ones will be taken over by force eventually. With what? With what? What are you talking about? Dude, I live in a city right now. Like, I can tell you this right now, man. I have been the victim of crimes that required police attention, okay? Like, and it had nothing to do with, like, social conditioning or any of that. I had the unfortunate run-in with somebody that just wanted to essentially steal all my stuff and then possibly take my life. You know? And unfortunately, yeah. That was one of those ones where I had to get the police involved. And just actually this week, I had police involvement in some stuff like this. It's just... Okay, well... Do you live under power lines, too? You're the cop of your town, and we do just fine. Whatever, man. Yeah. destroys your brain. He's not serious. And honestly, just whatever. This is getting a little ridiculous. You get one more. Police just need reform, higher requirements, training, and education. If that means more police funding, then so be it. But yeah, under a socialist system, though, the problem is we can't just keep raising taxes on the middle class to pay for these things. Next to no transparency on police training doesn't help. Yeah, that's a big one. No, for real, dude. So the CPD, I got to give credit to the police union in Chicago, because when that was going on, there was one thing that they did do as far as like meaningful police reform, and that is where we can see just how much training our officers have had. It's made a difference. And honestly, I don't know. I have noticed that the quality of like just your because like we get a lot of beat cops, man. Like you see just cops walking all throughout the city. And yeah, honestly, the quality's a little bit better. You can tell, like they're not at. Oh, this is the problem. Is ICE is probably recruiting all the other ones, all the other pieces of shit. But this is the thing. I don't want to make this like a pro cop podcast, because by no means am I pro cop like that. Like, I just admit where it's like, yo, dude, that's fantasy land talk. If you think that it's like, well, the community can police itself, it's like, no. Should police all with unions with Screen Actors Guild. What's the difference between Dieter anger and Dieter rage? The time of day. Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, if you just went through the in-law stuff, because the second you said in-laws, I was like, ooh, ooh. I know that pain. I do know that pain, especially when you're going at it with the in-law. Oh. Because it ain't your family, and you're just like, oh, I always knew you didn't like me. It turns into that shit real fast. I think it's effed up that the police departments are a clique, and if you're a police officer that witnesses another police officer doing wrong, that you shut up. Oh, yeah. No, but that's where you can start making the argument that more leftists need to become cops. But it's antithetical to like the leftist, way of life. Which, I don't know, guys. I do actually kind of think that this is something we need to take into consideration. Is you can't reform something if you're not willing to be part of it. It's the same as people that say, I don't trust the government, so I don't want to be part of it. Like, okay, that's a cop-out and a fucking half. I'm just going to say it, man. Like, I think that, no, you change things from the inside. This is why the next time that, because this go-around, I don't have the opportunity to do it because they closed all the, what is it, the election commission or whatever. It's all locked in now, so I can't just go and put my name on the ballot. I could try and do a write-in campaign, for like a city council position, but yeah, no, it's time. It's time to get motivated, guys, and it's time to actually like go do things. Like, for every time that I hear that, well, they treat millennials like kids, it's like, yeah, well, we kind of take that and we act like kids sometimes. Like, we act like we don't need to be the adults, or we don't want to be the adults or take the power. But what up, Abdul, for Senate? Good to see you back here, man. Elect the pepper. Wouldn't you like to... Well, see, that's the thing. I can't use the wouldn't you like to be a pepper too. I'll probably get sued. Wouldn't you elect a pepper too? There we go. Or to city council. There we go. Oh, wait a minute. Wouldn't you elect a pepper to city council? But no. All right, we'll brainstorm this one. I don't know. I think that they need way more oversight. Oh, no, listen. This is what I'm talking about. I am all for way more oversight, accountability. I would like to actually like reform the internal affairs division of like every police department in the country. Yeah, man. Like, that's important. We can't run independently as individuals. We have to run under the unified battle order of socialism. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But I'm saying, like, if you want to make like the difference in your community, outside of just activism, like, again, police reform, you reform the police from the inside. And I had a friend like kind of make that case, and he became a prison guard. And the thing is, I feel bad for going at him as hard as I did, because now I get it. I see it his way now, where, oh, you know what? He is one of like he one of the good ones, but he's actually like a good person. Like, I know for a fact that he will report, you know, any misdeeds that he witnesses, type of thing, and he's not part of the clique. But that also, he did actually say, like, because he quit being a cop to become a prison guard because of the clickiness within the, because he was a county cop, and he said that they were fucking, like, that's a bad scene. So, someone just asked you if I was actually Abdul. No. What? Wait, they'll just turn in. Sorry, reforming from the inside has always been a limited strategy. You can make some changes, but not the changes we need. Yeah, Anna, this is where we always end up at, like, kind of button heads, is like, you want the changes in one big blanket way. I see that we need to make the changes at small scales, and then we kind of see how that goes. Also, I will say that I've been right about this. I was right about what's going on with the MAGA, with the way that we take the MAGA movement strategy and move with it. The infiltration politics that you told me didn't work, I'm seeing working in New York. So, with all due respect, that's the first time that I've actually like recognized where I'm like, no, because I remember like having that debate, and it was a pretty big one, and I was just like, turns out I was right. But I'm also not going to be a dick about it, except for me being a dick about it. So, I love you all the same. My dad was a cop for a very short time in the 70s, Los Angeles. My best friend is about to retire from the fire department. Fire departments, listen, if people are out there dogging on firefighters, you're an asshole. Like, I'm sorry, I get it. Sometimes they get a little bit of that municipality fucking, you know, rub elbows with the blue, but I'll tell you what, Chicago, that ain't the case. Maybe it's because we have, like, baseball games and hockey games and shit that's literally fire department versus PD, but man, they'll work with each other, but they do not like each other. At least that's the way it is here in Chicago. My firefighters are fire. Abdul is Laxboro. Laxboros can be very progressive, but they can also be MAGA. I don't give a shit. Like, if he's better for the country than what we have right now, and he is going to start voting more left than the fucking average Democrat, good. Be disappointed in 2028 then. Instead of fucking being like doing this thing where you're anticipating being fucking disappointed. It's the same thing with the Fetterman bullshit I was talking about. It's like, okay, if we're going to sit here wondering if we're going to get Fetterman again, we might as well just be like, oh, they're all Fettermans. Like, fucking A. Oh, Etch redeemed Macho Man. Yeah, talking a little bit about politics. Getting a little heated, We can only get half of, a loaf of bread. We want the whole again, we're almost there. You can't talk about getting the whole loaf of bread when you are getting at least half of it, when we originally were literally being told that you're either getting stale bread or no bread. I'm happy getting that half of the bread right now. Because you know why? Like I said, I can conceptualize what my tummy feels like without having the bread in the first place. I know you won't accept half measures, but that's something, I don't know. You're going to be disappointed your entire life if that's the case. I appreciate you going at everything 100%. It's just, if you're saying you're not going to accept half measures, then you're not accepting reality, because that's what it is. Everything is a half measure when it's not going the way that you want it to be. Like, Anna, like, for real, what you want is something that's not even, it can't even be conceptualized, because the French Revolution didn't even work the way that you guys want it to. What you guys want is, honestly, Anna, you want to have the power of, like, a god. And I'm talking Marvel comic book level power, where you wish you could Thanos this shit, snap your fucking fingers, and change the way that every single person in this fucking country thinks. Do you understand how unrealistic that is? It's also extremist. Yeah, it is. Something I don't necessarily agree with. To be honest, when I talk about what I want you, don't read the whole comment or the whole thing. You don't listen respectfully. Don't tell me what I want. Then how? Okay, Anna, what am I wrong about here? All right, whatever. Never gonna happen. Yeah, I know. I'm aware of it. This is why, honestly, this is why I'm like, okay, I want to work towards the things that I can actually see. And then I'm expecting to be pleasantly surprised, though, because I already kind of have been a few times in my life where it's like, oh, wow, that was actually like a better outcome than I thought would happen, you know? But hey, it could be the opposite. I could live in MAGA land, you know, forever. We could actually like lose all democracy and any ability to ever move anything. I don't know. You know, that's where we're at right now, is like Trump could just like, I don't know, take away the ability to even vote, and then what? Like, this is why I talk about the half measures thing. This is why I talk about like working within the confines of the political structure that we live within, instead of just trying to change it all overnight. When I make a good faith effort to express the complexity of communist politics, halfway through you throw up your hands and say you don't care. I've never said that I don't care. It's literally about... No, I have not said that I don't care. What I will stop you at is if it's just wasting your time. If you're just mentally masturbating at some point, then I'm going to just throw my hands up and then say, hey, that's great. I'm glad that that's what you want to work for. But realistically, like, you need to know what your limits are. You need to know what you can actually obtain. Like, and I'm not saying don't have ideals. But don't let your idealism end up guiding the way that you actually engage with the everyday fucking life of politics. So, hey, what up, Boomerang? How's it going? Within the context of nonviolent socioeconomic revolution, though, isn't it big time structural change possible? Maybe not one big fix, but I mean, again, this is where if Zoran can make it work within the small confines of New York, and I say small confines lightly, or not lightly, but the thing is, it will show that the experiment is something that we can then practice a little bit more widespread. Like, look at the way that we're just doing it with political ideology right now. The DSA, and this is something that I wish more, this is honestly, Anna, why I think I get so, like, I harp on you the way that I do, and I harp on, like, just like this, we need it now, is because we're literally just in the first wave of this shit. Fucking, dude, seeing DSA grow the way that it did this last election cycle, like, I'm literally fucking floored by it. I am blown away that, honestly, the electorate, it came out and surprised me, where I'm like, wow, you know what? Trump fucked up that bad. This is what I was saying yesterday on the This Space show about how Trump fucked up so bad, and that, like, there's this huge wave of, like, or this big push towards leftist policy. I don't think would have happened had Kamala won. I don't. I think that Trump needed to win for us to get this wave of DSA wins. It's just, I don't know, man. Because a lot of people get complacent way too easily. Like, we've already seen it happen kind of in New York a little bit. I I mean, I'm not seeing a lot of people like looking at the reality that we could still lose in New York. You're right, Pep. Thank you. I appreciate that, Edge. Trust me. This is what I respect about all you guys is you are never afraid to tell me when I'm wrong. I like that. You know? That's why I did that poll. Actually, it was disrespectful. You know what? I want to take this opportunity, Sylvie, if you're listening. I apologize for going so hard at these conversations sometimes. I'll just say this. I kind of recognize this through my last therapy session that I have been bringing a little bit of my everyday anger to stream. And it's clouding my... it's kind of clouding, you know, my engagement with that kind of stuff, and it makes me, you know, a little stupidly angry. So, no hate at all. Same with you, Anna. Like, listen, just because I disagree with some of your politics doesn't mean that I don't love you guys. Like, seriously. You voted for Sylvie? Yeah, I know. Traitor. No, and that's why I respect the fuck out of y'all. You're not sycophants, man. I love being wrong. Being wrong means I get to learn something. Exactly. Yeah, that's kind of how I am. Dieter, I think that's why we get along, man, is that like we can recognize it's just like, no, that's fucking cool, man. Especially if it's something where it's like kind of hard line and it's also doomer where you're just like, oh hell yeah, that we got the better outcome. Fuck yeah. Like that's great. I'm just really tired and try to explain stuff and get 50-year-old talking points back about being unrealistic. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that like I get like this metaphysical like red hat. So all of a sudden she's just like, he's doing it again. He's becoming MAGA boomer. Oh. Like my dad's could have said that to me. Yeah. No, and I'm not. Listen, I get it. It's more so. I think that it's because deep down inside, I admire your courage. I admire I admire everything about what you do politically and like how into it you are and how convicted you are. Like I've been burned so much in like my conviction in my religion, politics in most regards too. To the point where that's why I am a little bit more malleable. Now, I'm not malleable in the way that I'll ever just be like, why I left the left, you know, type bullshit. But I am malleable in just changing, like, my mind if I see something work out a lot differently than I initially thought, you know? One more. Nope. Man, I've been a 2 sneezer. Like, that's so weird. Excuse me. Leftists have been having this debate for a century now. I don't know what the answer is. The answer is... the problem is, smart people tend to get in their own way a lot. This is why dumb people will fall in line pretty quickly. Because they'll just, like, literally go, oh, well, hey, I mean, this is working, okay. Or this is working for me in this moment. Oh, okay. They're also, like, I don't know. They're dumber. Like, I'll just say it, they're dumber. Do you admit that Hulkamania was just a single grain of sand in the Sahara Desert that was Macho Madness? Just, do I have to agree as opposed to, like, just being like, yeah, that's the whole narrative right there. Yeah, that's just what it was. Name, thank you for dropping in, even if it was for a very quick comment and run, but thank you. I appreciate that. Mob name, Peppy Two Sneeze. Hey, it's Peppy Two Sneeze over here. Oh, look at that. Peppy Two Sneeze got a third one. He's growing up. I knew the day was coming. Go get the gabagool. Oh, but I got another sneeze here. Come on. Hey, we got a partner, fucking Peppy Two Sneeze with Bobby Box of Kleenex. You know, we want to make sure that he's not rubbing snot all over the town. That's a bad look on the family. Smart people, actually dangerous and overrated. Their ego and hubris makes things worse. People that think that they're experts and like people that can use their intelligence to also print ego is the way that I would put it. Yeah, they are. Do I like this is where I unironically think I have it right. Now this might sound a little narcissistic, but for real, I do think I have that figured out where it's just like, no, I will never convince anybody or myself that I'm smarter or know better. I might, like, in some cases, be more educated or, like, have a better viewpoint as far as, like, seeing the patterns and where we're going to end up. And that's why I will, like, you know, argue my convictions and my points of view. But realistically, this is why, like, I was, like, going back to it. It's not going to, like, my conviction isn't necessarily going to dictate the outcome. You know, this is why I'm not the greatest debater, is because I am willing to concede a point or two if I'm wrong or don't see things, like, didn't look at something the way that my opponent did. You know? Bobby Box of Kleenex. Also, Boomerang, thank you for the 1,000 jewels. I appreciate that. Yeah, don't forget, guys. You guys can spend your jewels on like little fun stuff in the chat. It's kind of like Twitch. You guys, you know, you guys can buy them, but you got the free ones. Why not spend them? You know, send a little, you know, laughing disco ball or like what is it, a dancing dinosaur or something like that. I really am old. Do you believe that we're doomed now that the USA? I mean, Resurrection 2.2. I just saw your message before you deleted it. Hi, welcome to the show. I really don't have an opinion, to be honest. I don't think that we're not doomed. I'm not a doomer, man. I'd like to think that everything's gonna turn out okay, and we might just go through some hard times, but you know, Kyle Kalinske, he makes an entire fucking career out of just every day, just like, welcome to the show, y'all. We're about to head to the apocalypse. Like and subscribe. Watch Corin's Kyle and Corin's World. You know, check out my wife's show. Blah blah blah. How in the fuck you gonna listen to someone like that telling you like, we're cooked, bro. We're cooked, bro. We're so cooked, bro. It's the end. We're like totally cooked, bro. And it's it's the same shit. And then he's on a golf course or he's in bed. Like, fuck you. Living the fucking high life, sitting there how everything's about to suck for you. Disengage with that kind of shit. Like, I'm telling you, man, like, if I could talk to like Kyle Kalinske personally or just put a message out there, if you guys want to clip this and send it to him, Kyle, chill with the clickbait, bro. Trust me, you don't need to sacrifice your integrity for a little bit of channel growth. You can afford a little bit of a drop off. Just, you're going to see a bigger drop-off if you keep up with this clickbait fucking bullshit. There's no difference between what you're doing and what Midas Touch is doing, okay? We know what it is. To a degree, I play the game a little bit, but I got my integrity, bro. I feel like a douchebag if I put too much of a fucking clickbait title. So, Kalinske has declined in value to me over the past year. Yeah, not just you. It's literally, like, a lot of people I've talked to and just seen in his comments. That's what I do when I watch my YouTube clips is I'll go, drop a deuce and I'll just sit there, like, scrolling through the comments on his videos. Discussions are productive. Debates are just give people excuses to hold the same positions that they held before watching the debate. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and then it's the audience thing where it's like you're, it's like, God, what's the word I'm looking for? Because it's essentially like confirmation bias for your audience. So it's like your audience is just going to go get its own confirmation bias where it's like, yeah, I was right all along. Woo, this guy owned you. Like, dude, I got that when I debated Andrew Wilson, where they were just like, he cooked you, bro. Which, again, where the fuck is the context that I was a YouTuber who just started? I had just started doing streaming, not just making videos. So, like, I don't know, man. And then, yeah, I appreciate what that one guy said, where he's just like, hey, for despite how the performance went, you actually did, like, I did break through. Like, apparently I'm the first leftist that was on Modern Day Debate that conceded a point and just went, yeah, you're right. And I guess it broke people where they were just